Long ago, the world was thriving because pop music was thriving. But everything changed when the pop icons of the mid-2000s vanished. The world has been wondering, who will be the next top pop girl? In the year of 2025, when it comes to the title of top pop girl, I feel like there's only two people we should even be considering when we're talking about that category. Coincidentally, they both have Ray in their name, Addison Rae and Tate McRae. And I love me some Addison Rae, Addison Slay. Okay, peep the signed copy of Diet Pepsi in the back. I have my Addison debut album, June 6th, signed copy coming very soon. However, today we're talking about the one, the only, the iconic Tate McRae. If you've gotten to this point, I have to assume you either are obsessed with Tate McRae like me, or you at least know some songs by Tate McRae. So I'm gonna need you to comment down below and tell me what's your favorite Tate McRae song and why. I will go first. I will tell you, I have a couple of different favorite songs, but if I had to pick my absolute favorite song, it's so hard because I feel like I have favorite songs based on meaning and vibe. As my top pick, I'm gonna go with the realness one, the meaningful one. I really like Green Light. It's something that I really relate to. The concept of the song is you're waiting at the green light, but you can't go, I think that is something that I have dealt with in my life where it's okay, you have all the signs, you know what you have to do, just literally go, do it, make the change you need to change, but then something's just holding you back for whatever reason. So I really relate to that song a lot, and I think it's super beautiful and super meaningful. But I can't not tell you my other favorite songs, so I'm gonna quickly tell you my other ones and why they're my favorite ones. Sports Car is absolutely my favorite song. If I'm about to get ready to go out somewhere, or if I just want to feel good, I'm gonna listen to Sports Car. I just love it so much. It's such a vibe. It's such a just girl power, everything. I love it so much. I really like the vibes of Think Later. I think it's very upbeat, fun, also kind of going out vibes, with a hint or a vibe of honesty as well, but it's still just a vibe, live now, think later. I do it so well, and I just like the beat of the song and everything about that. But my other favorite song is I Know Love. Because I'm a sucker for a love story. I love it so much. I'm happily married, and so I just love this song. I think it's beautiful. I think it's cute. It's just so fun. Anyway, okay, so I literally thought I was done going out, having a good time, partying, in the beginning of this year, I was I guess I'm just going to read books and clean my house and not go out ever again. I'm just going to be a recluse. But then on February 21st, 2025, Tate McRae changed the world, changed my life, and proceeded to drop the best album, yes, I said it, the best album of 2025. This album single-handedly reawakened me and reminded me that I love to go out, I love to have fun, I don't have to just stay inside and be a homebody. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna party, I'm gonna dance, I'm gonna live life, and I can still stay inside and read a book and sip some tea if I want to, but don't forget that you like to go outside and enjoy life too, you know what I mean? I'm also the kind of person where my emotions are very up and down, but I will say a lot of my ups in 2025 can be contributed to So Close to What, because I just listen to it, and again, it puts me in a good mood. It takes me through all the emotions, and then by the end of it, I'm okay, it's gonna be okay. We can keep going. We can do it. If you're excited to hear about Tate McRae's music evolution while I dominate in Fortnite, hit that like button and let's get started.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're jumping into the world of Tate McRae, the Canadian singer, songwriter, dancer. Quite the combination.
Absolutely. We've
Triple
got some
threat,
great material here. And yeah, our mission is basically
Although I don't
to
know if she
unpack
can
her
act.
journey for you. How did she get from A to B,
Exactly. Cut through the noise and get straight to what shaped her career. So let's start right at the beginning. Calgary, Alberta, born July 1st, 2003.
Right. Canadian roots. But there's that international mix too. Scottish dad working in oil and gas, and a German mom who's a professional dance instructor.
That combination itself is pretty interesting. You wonder how those backgrounds influenced things early on.
Well, the dance connection is obvious, right? But the father's job, that hints at maybe a life with travel, which kind of fits. And her mom's profession, huge. Direct line into performance.
And then, yeah, the travel part kicks in almost immediately. They moved to Oman when she was just 2.
For 3 years, yeah. She went to the American International School in Muscat. It's mentioned that she started showing some interest in performing even back then.
Wow, Oman. That's
Rude and disrespectful. Okay, I'm going to ready up. Is it true that her dad was an oil person? Because I thought he went to law school, because in Nostalgia, she says, Daddy went to law school but could have been an architect.
Daddy went to law school and could have been an architect.
He was a lawyer for oil and gas companies. Okay, this makes sense.
It's definitely not your typical Calgary upbringing. It makes you think those early different experiences, maybe they plant a seed.
I think they often do, even small things.
Yeah.
So they come back to Calgary when she's 5. And the dance journey starts pretty quickly. Recreational at 6.
Okay.
Then intensive training by 8. And by 11, she's doing all styles at her mom's company, YYC Dance Project, plus ballet at the School of Alberta Ballet.
It's a serious dedication for someone so young.
It really is.
Right.
And she's juggling this with school, too, Western Canada High School. She actually graduated online in 2021, obviously to make room for her career.
Right. The schedule must have been intense. We also heard she started setting monthly goals really young. It still does.
Yeah, that detail tells you a lot, I think. That
The work
self-discipline,
ethic,
that drive.
unparalleled.
It seems like it's been there from the start. It's probably key to how she handles everything now.
Definitely. And you see that focus, too. Apparently, she tried soccer for a bit. But dance just took over completely. Training up to, 30 hours a week?
Astonishing, yeah. And speaking of Canadian roots, there's that funny story about the backyard ice rink.
Oh, yeah. The family rink. But she said she was a tragic skater.
Right, so her mom, the dance teacher, was like, okay, let's try ballet instead.
Talk about a pivot. A small moment that changed everything, really.
Exactly. From tragic skater to, well, we know what happened next in dance. It shows how finding the right path isn't always straightforward.
Okay, so she finds that path. Let's talk about her impact in the dance world, because it was significant and early. Competing by 9. And then winning mini Best Female Dancer at the Dance Awards in New York. That was 2013, so she was only 10. That's major recognition.
Huge validation. Winning something like that so young, it must just fuel your passion, right? Confirms all the hard work.
Right.
And it probably opened doors, got her noticed.
Like becoming a brand ambassador for Capizio.
Exactly. That puts her name out there in the dance community even more. And she kept racking up achievements.
Wait, I want to look up what's a Capizio dance. Capizio, they're dance shoes.
At the NYC Dance Alliance National Gala in 2014. Clearly a standout.
And here's a little side note that surprised me, voice acting. Around the same time.
Yeah. Splatter Splash in La Lucy for a couple of years. It shows, she was already comfortable performing in different ways using her voice.
Interesting. Okay, back to dance 2015. More awards. Silver medal at the Youth America Grand Prix. Bronze for a duet.
And that scholarship, 2 weeks of the Berlin State Ballet, that's an incredible opportunity for a 12-year-old. Yeah. Plus, she won Best Female Dancer again at the Dance Awards, this time in the junior category. Just consistent excellence.
She was really dominating. She even popped up in that Walk Off the Earth music video, Rule the World, getting more visibility. But 2016 feels like a real step up in mainstream attention. The Ellen Show appearance.
Definitely. Ellen's a massive
I
platform.
didn't know she
Takes
was
you
on
way
Ellen.
beyond just the dance fans.
And then, of course, So You Think You Can Dance, the next generation.
Right. That was a big crossover moment, wasn't it? First Canadian finalist ever.
Yeah. Mentored by Catherine McCormick. People loved her. She came in 3rd, which is amazing considering.
Canadians couldn't even vote for her.
Exactly. They called her Canada's dancer back home, and that led to more big gigs, Teen Choice Awards performance, back on Ellen.
Her profile just kept rising. But what's
Oh
interesting
my
is how
gosh.
she stayed.
Wait, okay, I gotta check this out. So she was on Ellen. All right, wait, I'm gonna look. I see her. So You Think You Can Dance. Tate McRae. So You Think You Can Dance. I want to see if I can find one of her performances.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm sort of nervous though. My name is Tate McRae. I'm 12 years old and I'm from Calgary, Canada. In my family, I have my mom / my dance teacher and my dad and my brother. My dad is a lawyer and my brother is a hockey player.
So cute.
We have a very busy family. Me and my brother are very competitive, but he's always so nice and we're always so supportive of each other.
Cutie! Okay, wait, I'm going to fast forward to watch her quickly dance. Let me... Oh my gosh, so good. It's actually just so impressive. Like 12 years old, dancing on a stage in front of major judges like on TV is just like so cool. I feel like I would have been scared, but also I guess if you're doing like what you love, you probably are just, you know how to do it. So it's like, all right, let me just get up here and do my thing. The closest I came to doing something like that, and it's literally not the same, is like doing cheerleading in like elementary / middle school, and we would compete and like dance in front of judges in like a big stadium. I feel like now if I was in that stadium, I'd be like, that was not that big. But at the time, it felt humongous. I'd have to like look up and see. Maybe it was like pretty big. Like it was somewhere in Trenton, New Jersey, and some like stadium of some kind. I don't think it was like a performance stadium, but it was definitely bigger than like, it wasn't like a high school gym. And yeah, that's probably the biggest, well, I was gonna say that's the biggest stage I've ever like performed on, but that's definitely the biggest stage. I once participated in a Fortnite broadcast during global championships, but I was in a room with like 10 people and it broadcasted to way more than that, but so it wasn't technically like in the moment, you know, you're dancing in front of all those people. So Slay Boots House, Tate McRae, I want to learn more. Let's continue.
Connected to the dance world too.
Right, like the Dance Spirit magazine cover.
Yeah, and performing with the Alberta Ballet. Even doing rehearsals for Demi Lovato's AMA performance. She was kind of bridging both worlds.
Expertly navigating it, seems like. And then the Dance Awards hat trick in 2018, Best Female Dancer, Teen at the Dance Awards.
That was the big one. Winning mini, junior, and teen. First person ever to sweep all 3 female titles. Wow. That's legendary status in the competitive
Whoa!
Truly remarkable consistency and growth.
True icon, true legend.
Too, right? Did a music video for Nothing More.
Mm-hmm. So even before music really took off, she was already this incredibly seasoned performer, creator, understanding movement and visuals.
Okay, so let's talk about that shift. Music. 2017, she's just 13, starts this YouTube series, Create with Tate, writing and singing her own songs in her bedroom.
And that first one she posted one day, it just went viral.
Totally viral. Over 40 million views eventually.
Wow.
For your first song online. That's insane.
It really is.
Yeah.
What do you think made that one connect so much?
Maybe just the raw honesty. It felt really authentic, kind of unpolished compared to a lot of stuff online. That vulnerability, maybe.
I think so. People connect with that sincerity. And she officially released it herself as her debut single. That was the pivot point. It even went gold in Canada, her first certified track.
And Billboard called that early sound moody bedroom pop, comparing her to Billie Eilish, who also kind of blew up online first.
Right. And she kept posting songs on YouTube, building that fan base.
Just kidding.
Connection.
I don't get my butt beat.
It didn't take long for the labels to notice.
Mid-2019, labels are calling. And she signs with RCA Records in August 2019, just turned 16. That's a massive step.
Amazing.
Hugely. Going from DIY YouTube to a major label deal. RCA quickly put out those first singles, Tear Myself Apart, All My Friends Are Fake, Stupid.
Building buzz for the first EP, showing off that pop sound, but still with that emotional core. And Tear Myself Apart, that Billie Eilish and Phineas co-write.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a cosign to get right at the start.
Wow.
Huge credibility boost. She's talked about how surreal that was.
I bet. And Stupid did really well too, especially in Canada. Got lots of radio play, went gold there too. Her momentum was building.
Then the debut EP, January 2020, All the Things I Never Said, bundled those singles together. Mm-hmm. And she planned her first tour.
Which sold out. Europe, North America,
wow.
shows the fan base was real and global already.
Yeah, even though the pandemic cut the North American part short, it proved she could draw a live crowd.
And then, April 2020, You Broke Me First.
The game changer. Absolutely exploded during lockdown.
That piano, that breakup vibe, it just hit a nerve somehow.
Yeah.
Took off on TikTok, streaming everywhere.
Charted all over the world. Top 10, the UK, Australia. Everywhere. Why do you think that one? At that time.
Well, the theme is universal, right? Heartbreak, But maybe during lockdown, that feeling of isolation, that kind of melancholic but strong vibe, it just resonated. Plus, TikTok.
TikTok was definitely key. That platform can make a song massive overnight. And it broke her in the U.S. too. First time on the Billboard Hot 100. Climbed into the top 20.
Incredible staying power, too. Longest charting song by a female artist in the U.S. that year eventually hit #1 on pop radio. Just kept going.
And she was promoting it remotely, doing Fallon and Kimmel from home. Adapting. Someone from the Canadian press called her a bona fide star of the lockdown.
It felt true. Her profile
Definitely.
just soared when everyone was online.
And that success led to a big worldwide publishing deal with Sony ATV. More industry backing. She kept releasing music through 2022. Collaborations as well.
Right, Vicious with Lil Mosey, Lie to Me with SYTYCD, Don't Be Sad, exploring different sounds, reaching new fans.
And Are You Okay? Near the end of the year. Just keeping the music coming. And the recognition started pouring in. VMA nomination, magazine covers like Dork.
All those artists to watch lists MTV, Billboard, Rolling Stone, and Forbes 30 under 30. That's huge.
It really cemented her as one of the biggest breakout stories of 2020. Then heading into 2021, she drops Rubber Band.
Which ended up on the next EP, followed by Slower, which was kind of the announcement for that second EP, right? Too Young to Be Sad.
Exactly. That EP came out in March 2021. It really well hit the Billboard 200 chart in the U.S. And by year end, it passed 1 billion streams on Spotify.
A billion. Wow. Most streamed EP by a woman on Spotify that year. That's a massive streaming milestone.
Definitely established her as more than a one-hit
eating it
wonder.
up!
And it earned her
Eight!
first Juno nominations back home, Album of the Year, Pop Album, big Canadian recognition. Apple Music also picked her as an Up Next artist.
2021 was also heavy on collabs. You with Regard and Troye Sivan was everywhere, especially clubs.
I can't seem to say goodbye.
Total dance hit. Then You Love You with Black Bear, the duet with Khalid, Working, even a song for that Amazon show Panic.
She was busy. How important are collabs like that for growth?
Super important, I think. Gets your music heard by different audiences, lets you try different styles, builds connections. She showed she could fit into various genres.
And she landed that Essential Water deal, too. First big brand endorsement, shows her marketability was growing.
Billboard, People Magazine, more ones to watch lists, just reinforcing her rising star status.
And then that funny thing happened that way, an older song from her first EP.
Suddenly blew up on TikTok.
Yeah, late 2021, led to that remix with Jeremy Zucker. It's wild how TikTok can just resurrect older tracks.
Totally. Then November 2021,
love a
she
sleeper
drops
hit.
Feel Like Shit.
Right now I just feel like shit.
And announces it's the lead single for her debut album.
That title definitely got people talking.
It set the tone, that raw honesty about tough feelings. The album I Used to Think I Could Fly came out May 2022.
Right. Before that, more singles built the hype. She's All I Wanna Be. That one did really well internationally.
Yeah, more pop rock vibe. Then Chaotic, What Would You Do? Showcasing different sides before the album dropped.
And February 2022, another big moment. Global ambassador for Maybelline. Major beauty brand deal. Huge mainstream step.
Definitely. So the album comes out, I Used to Think I Could Fly. Generally good reviews, solid chart performance, number 3 in Canada, number 13 in the US. What did that album represent, you think?
Her arrival as a proper album artist, maybe a bigger statement than an EP, exploring those young adult themes, love, figuring things out.
Yeah, a cohesive body of work. Put her firmly on the pop map. She toured, did more TV appearances, released another single later, and jumped on that Tiesto track, 10.35.
Another successful collab, dipping into the EDM world that time.
Right. Then, late 2022, she starts hinting about a new sound. More upbeat, more pure pop.
And summer 2023 delivers Greedy.
Boom. Massive. Just an absolute smash hit.
Total
Bapiana.
dance pop, right? That Y2K influence people mention, like early Britney, felt like a real shift.
Oh, absolutely. It hit number 1 on Spotify Global. Her first number 1 single ever in Canada. Broke the top
And I
10
got
in the
nothing
US,
good,
peaked at number
mind
3.
you.
Yeah. Dominated radio, went viral on TikTok again.
Critics were calling it a potential career-defining shift. More outright pop star.
Felt like it.
Yes.
And she followed it up fast with Exes. In November 2023, another big hit, top 10 in Canada, which led into the second album, Think Later, December 2023.
Co-executive produced by Ryan Tedder. That's a big name.
Huge name. Working with someone like Tedder often means aiming for that polished, big mainstream sound. It's just a strategic move.
And the album delivered chart-wise, top 5 in lots of places. First top 10 album for her in the U.S., hit number 4.
You really showcase that evolution, her confidence as a pop artist. And she did Saturday Night Live for the first time in October 23, performed Greedy.
Massive exposure.
Then the NHL All-Star Game in Toronto, the Brit Awards, big stages,
Yeah.
and the 2024 Junos, Artist of the Year, Single of the Year for Greedy, her first wins.
Major validation in her home country. She didn't slow down either. September 2024, It's Okay, I'm Okay, it comes out.
Highest debut for her on the Billboard Hot 100, Rap 20, and hit number 1 on the Dance Electronic chart. Still versatile. Then Two Hands. November 24. And the announcement. Third album, So Close to What? Plus her first global arena tour, the Miss Possessive Tour.
Kicked off March 2025. She's constantly moving.
And So Close to What when it dropped in February 2025?
Yeah.
Huge. Number 1 in the US on the Billboard 200, number 1 in Canada, UK, Australia. Global smash.
Wow. Her first U.S. #1 album, people called it her most mature work yet.
Yeah, exploring self-discovery, love with really sophisticated pop production, working with Tedder again, Amy Allen, Julia Michaels, top-tier songwriters.
And the singles kept coming. Sports Car in January 25 was another international. Second time on SNL performing that one.
And now she's on that huge Miss Possessive World Tour,
Yeah.
playing arenas. That's a major step up from her earlier tours.
Definitely. And adding another cool thing, she's got a song on the official Formula One soundtrack this summer. Just keep watching.
Yeah, expanding into different cultural areas.
Yeah.
It really feels like, from local dance studios to global music charts and major sporting events. Quite the journey.
Okay, so let's quickly recap for you. We started with Tate McRae, the dance prodigy, winning those big awards super young.
Making history. So You Think You Can Dance is the first Canadian finalist?
Then that pivot to music via YouTube, and boom, one day it goes viral.
We saw her sign with RCA, climb the charts rapidly, especially with the global smash You Broke Me First during the pandemic.
Right, and watched her sound evolve into massive pop hits like Greedy, leading to #1 albums in Canada and the US with So Close to What?
And we highlighted that she's a true triple threat, right? Bringing that incredible dance skill to her live vocal performances. We see it on SNL, the NHL game, this current tour.
Yeah, that dance background is key. Plus, all those collaborations regard Troye Sivan, Khalid, Tiesto, the Kid Laroi, working with top writers like Billie Eilish, Phineas, Ryan Tedder.
Shows she's respected in the industry and can adapt. And we touched on the awards. From dance trophies to Junos, Forbes 30 Under 30. They mark her impact.
Her public image has grown too, from reality TV kid to magazine covers, seen as hardworking, relatable, fashionable.
And now, she's selling out arenas on the Miss Possessive Tour, got that F1 track coming. Feels like she's still accelerating, still exploring.
Which leads us to a final thought for you to consider. Given Tate McRae's incredibly fast evolution mastering dance, then conquering pop music, connecting online and on stage, what boundaries do you think she might push next? Where could her career go from here?
The one thing that was for certain is that Tate McRae is just absolutely, truly iconic. And now it's the end of the game, and there's me and one other person. If there was a fact about Tate McRae that you learned during that audio, comment and let me know in the chat what it was. Or are you just like a Tate McRae connoisseur, protege, expert that you already knew everything that was said? I learned a lot. I think this was a really cool breakdown. Somebody's trying to eliminate me, but I have to eliminate them first. It's okay. I'm okay. Uh-oh. They know where I am, though. That's not okay. And the storm is coming. Now let's see if I can clutch up this Debiana. Surely they're in the storm. They were hitting me from the front. How'd they get past the storm? Right? Like they're probably in the storm. I'd have to imagine. They were shooting me from what looked like behind, and I never saw them walk over. Oh, they tried it. They're trying it. Oh, come on. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video from me. Feel free to let me know who we should learn about next or what we should learn about next. I'm really into doing this new series where I play Fortnite and then we learn about something while I play. If you made it to this part of the video, make sure you comment this emoji so that way I can say thank you so much for watching till the end. I really love and appreciate you so much. I will say right now I am using AI to put these audio breakdowns together just from like a time and a budget constraint. But if y'all are rocking with this and these videos continue to grow, my hope is that I can invest in like a producer to put together text for me that I can then put into audio form that we can listen to while I play Fortnite. So I would have loved for this breakdown to maybe be a little bit more full, but I'm happy with it based on like, given the tools that I have at my disposal, I was very happy with this and I'm excited to continue to do more videos like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!